On this episode of Discovering Black-Owned Beauty, I'm meeting Rayna, a salon owner who specializes in locks from Los Angeles. She's going to teach me all about the care and keeping of locks. Let's go. So you're my hairstylist, and you gave me these temporary faux locks.
So you're wearing it as a protective style, and a lot of people wear faux locks to kind of have the look of locks, but not commit to locks. And you can play with colors and different sizes, and wear it, many different ways.
Can you show me how you take care of your clients' locks?
Oh yes, I definitely can. It's really important to keep your locks clean. I know some people think that because they have locks, they don't have to do much, but it's important to keep them clean, of course, and along with the moisturizing. Because some people are very active physically, they're sweating a lot, things like that. So if that's your lifestyle, then you definitely need to wash it more often. You definitely want to start at the root and then work your way down. Squeeze the locks. You really want to get the shampoo in there because your locks are mature. You can be a little bit rougher with them in the beginning. When you're first locking, you want to be gentle, do more squeezing than scrubbing. But when you're at home, you're going to get in the shower.
Right.
That's the best way to wash them because it has a more steady stream versus like trying to wash it in the sink. When you're at a pool, at least a public pool, they have showers, so you want to immediately rinse your hair. I just put the leave-in moisturizer on your locks, and now I'm going to go ahead and add a little oil to your scalp, and then put a little bit throughout your locks as well, just to try to seal in that moisture. So right now I'm palm rolling his hair. So basically you're gonna, gather all the hair together. Make sure the parts are clean, because that's another thing. People don't really look at the parts. That's really important to kind of keep the locks uniform and neat. You can use nothing. You can just leave it with just the leave-in and the oil, because it'll stay twisted just fine like this.
So the most common method is the palm roll.
Absolutely, yeah. People like the way the locks look once it matures, so it's a little smoother lock. That's when you see the locks that are kind of that's not very fuzzy or not very lumpy. Typically, it's going to be the palm roll. When you get your locks retwisted, it shouldn't hurt. No matter what method is used, it shouldn't hurt. As far as how tight it is once it's retightened, because you don't want to over twist the locks, because they'll break right at the root, and it'll make your locks thin, and that's not a good thing. I just put the leave-in moisturizer on your locks, and now I'm going to go ahead and add a little oil to your scalp, and then put a little bit throughout your locks as well, just to try to seal in that moisture. When you're retwisting your locks, it's better to use products that are very clean rinsing. I keep talking about, clean rinsing, but it's very important because you don't want any buildup in your locks. So beeswax is definitely not a good product to use, anything with petroleum in it. Natural oils are the best types of oils, I believe, to use on your hair, like grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, argan oil, loose gel, or even a stiffer gel, just as long as it rinses clean. The amount of time it takes for your locks to dry actually varies from person to person. Like, it just depends on the size of your locks, just as far as the thickness, and also how well your hair holds moisture. Some people, their hair holds a lot of moisture, so it takes a longer amount of time for it to dry. There's many different methods. So the most common method, of course, is the comb coil or the palm roll. But there's interlock method, crochet, the twist and rip method that normally goes along with the crochet. There's a two-strand twist, single plait or single braid technique. Interlock method is a way of, it almost looks like a braid, but it's not. It's a way of locking the hair to where it doesn't come loose. It's even more sturdy than the single plaits or single braid technique.
So for someone who's interested in getting locks, where do they start?
So typically, you definitely want to start with a consultation. So just find a good loctician and have them take a look at your hair. And typically you want to start with like either 1.5 inches or 2 inches of hair. I guess depending on which method you choose will determine how much hair you need. And it just depends, like I said, on how you want the lock to look, because some people maybe are very active in sports or exercising. So having that type of lifestyle, you want something that's going to be a little more durable. So you may choose the interlock method, or even start with two-strand twist or braids, because it kind of stays in place for you. You don't have to worry about it coming loose during the process.
What are some special concerns to look out for when you have locks?
So what you want to look for is like thinning. If you're having issues with thinning, either at the root or at any point in the lock, like the middle, the end, and typically that's caused by dryness. Or if there's thinning at the root, there may be an issue with the weight of your locks. If they're too heavy, so your loctician may need to cut your locks a little shorter, may need to join them, reinforce them in some way. So that's a major concern. So if you're having that issue, you definitely want to go in and have that corrected.
To support a Black-owned business in Southern California, visit SekaiNaturalHairGallery.com.